me again. Today we're gonna quickly cover, I quick fast and in a hurry. I'm just gonna give it to you. Let me take that back. Let me take that back. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. No matter where you are, greetings. Okay, today we're gonna cover the topic of 7 benefits of cultural diversity through film. One of my sayings is, true inclusion is an illusion if you're not willing to explore openly with an open perspective that you're learning something new. As we know, film has a unique way of being an outlet of storytelling. Storytelling from different perspectives, different views, from an array of diverse people, different backgrounds, different cultures, different upbringings. There's so much when it comes to film that I appreciate. It's truly an art. Diversity through film, number 2, gives you the opportunity to observe economics and environments, meaning the way people live. It's one thing for you to, and I feel like I was gonna say to hear about it, but I think a lot of us, we're so busy with our own lives, we're a little bit out of touch with world issues, meaning, and so because they're not, I don't want to say they're not human, but they're not real, they're not tangible. It's literally like, sometimes it's like hearing something, and yes, you empathize, but the level of compassion, it's not the same as if you saw it or if it was something that you were exposed to regularly. And I think if we can really allow ourselves to see beyond ourselves, it can really open up our perspective. Number 4 is the fact that it sharpens your listening skills. So it requires you to actively listen and really, really observe to make sure you have a clear understanding. So if you're listening to something in another language. If you're listening to something, because you can be watching something from another culture, but it's still in the same language. It's just that community has maybe different behaviors, different body language. So there are languages other than our native tongues that we speak. So you have to actively look, meaning actively observe, and actively listen at the same time. And those are benefits because these are tools that you can take into your everyday lives. And it can help you. Active listening, observation. Number 5, it brings an awareness to things that are maybe outside of your reach, outside of your understanding, and sometimes outside of your comfort zone. And awareness. Number 6 is that you have the awesome gift of having the opportunity to see someone's cultures and traditions without being intrusive. And that's kind of brilliant that you have the opportunity just to observe someone's culture and traditions without being present. That's interesting, without being present yet. So if you're watching the right series, you may not be present, but you're definitely in the moment. So yeah. Number 7 for me is that it awakens your humanity. the foundational things that really, really makes us all the same. The foundational things that really, really makes us more together than it does apart. We may have different customs and traditions and perspectives, but also at the same time we're all learning from different points of views, meaning a lot of us were learning what our parents and their parents taught them. And I feel like as we grow as a people, we have an opportunity to draw closer to the things that make us unified and evaluate the things that separates us. Does that make sense? We have the opportunity. It's like correcting wrong behavior. You know, we have the opportunity as our minds grow, as our experience grows, as we get to know more people, because people from different paths of life can really give you an awakening and a fresh and a different perspective from what you think you know. And it's just the same vice versa, what people may think, their perceptions, which a lot of times are not the reality in some cases. There's usually more to it. We take a glimpse, and I feel like this is for not just the benefits of film, but in life, and especially as we watch films, because a lot of us were watching other people's lives on TV. We're getting glimpses and views of the worlds of other people, whether it be entertainers, whether you're watching a movie, whether you're watching a historical piece. But at the same time, you're only getting a glimpse. So yeah, it awakens our humanity. It really brings home the foundational component that we, at the end of the day, we're all humans trying to shape, form, and build lives no matter where we are. So those are my 7 benefits, and until next time, and please let there be a next time. If there's a topic you want me to cover when it comes to, in the framework of what I'm covering, that is, when it comes to diversity and film and just encouraging people to get closer, travel. Right now, we can't travel. So for me, that's one reason I'm doing this at this moment in time, because last year I actually made a promise to myself that, you know, I worked a lot and I spent a lot of time working and trying to, you know, build a life. And I was just like, last year I made a promise to myself, you're going to travel more. But then we had the fortune of COVID. It was just not a fortune. I'm just being, definitely being sarcastic. But there are things that we, I believe, or me, maybe just me, have learned about myself while having to be by myself. And it's an interesting journey. We were talking about the 7 benefits. Let me wrap this up, because I could really go off on a tangent. But those were the 7 benefits. I hope you like, subscribe, and yeah, please share. Have a great one. I wish you all the best. And yeah, encourage a friend to watch international TV. Watch a movie with a friend. This is international TV is definitely worth a date night. There are so many, and I'm not just talking about silly couples movies. I'm talking about real good to the last drop series. And I post them on my IG, by the way. I post some binge-worthy series. And if you haven't checked out my rate guide, My rating guide more or less breaks down not if a series is good or bad, because I think that's really perspective, but more or less if it's not in your native language, how, like for me, my native language is English, so it's definitely from an English perspective. If it's not in English, how easy was it for me to understand? Does that make sense? And there's also the foundational components of that, what I use for the principles to make that determination. Check that out too. Okay, guys, until next time, live, love, and be light, because you can.